Seinfeld said about Ghislaine Maxwell. He's like, yeah, so apparently it's not Ghislaine, like the two things you find on a rap groupie's stomach.
Jizz and lean.
Jizz and lean.
All right, you ready, boys?
Oh, yeah.
bud.
Smooth.
Good job.
Welcome back, everybody.
Hello.
So quiet.
Right? You know why? It's because we finally fixed these mics to the -10 decibels, dBs.
Oh, decibels.
So now
Can
it
you
doesn't.
hear me?
It's not going to pop as bad.
That's not
but
bad.
I can, if it's too quiet, I can fix it in post. See, if it goes too loud, I can't fix that in post.
Nice.
If it's quiet, I can. Which I ran
if you're
into
too
that
loud, I
issue.
can't shut you up.
I ran into that issue the other week when I was recording. I was a guest on a show, and I got the audio, and in post-production found out that our mics were set to the 0, but our settings were different than on here.
Yeah.
And so my mic distorted the shit out of my voice, and there is like little to nothing I could do to
You
fix
sound like
it.
RoboCop.
Oh, it's bad. Like it's like you know, when you get really close to like a lapel mic and it does like the muffled distort. I call it like grainy
it's like
audio.
robotic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what it sounded like, and I was
Okay.
like, oh no, this sucks.
Coffee canning.
So unfortunate, but whatever. Anyways, Walker, welcome back.
Hi.
To the show
buddy.
again.
Hello.
Hey, we're here for another episode of What We Learned This Week, and
We
it's
are.
episode like what 60? Oh, is it? It's not 69, is it?
Nice.
No, we're at 67, 66.
I think, yeah, we're
I think
not
we're
69
67.
yet.
I don't think it's 69 yet.
We would
almost
know.
nice.
We would know.
Yeah,
We're getting
we-
streamers.
We can tell. We're getting
Little poppers.
Pew! Episode 69. We're here. Yay!
We should just get like a thing that just says nice on the board.
Fucking nice.
Nice.
Get some blow up letters. Just like tape them to the wall.
I love it.
Do we have to do it backwards to get it on?
Yeah.
Yeah, we would. 'Cause
Okay.
yeah. But that's okay. We'd figure it out. We're smart enough. You know, we could just look at the camera.
turn it
It's fine. Anyways, lots of shit this week, boys.
Lots.
Lots of shit happened this week.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
At this point, the content is just writing itself for us.
Yeah.
We don't even need to fucking do anything because the world is just like throwing the most crazy possible shit they could at us.
I feel like brands like ours and like groups like The Onion, we're all gonna go out of fucking business.
We're gonna,
we can't write
because
this shit.
Yeah, this shit's too ridiculous. So I'm gonna give a quick rundown of the main 3 that I think we should talk about today, and then we can kind of go a little more in depth. But first, did you do your skill this week?
I
did not.
I got to the. I'm like 2 pages away from chapter 2.
Okay, I didn't read any.
Dude.
I made the mistake. There was another book that came out on Audible that I've been waiting for like a year and a half. So I started that, and I was like,
Yeah.
You guys are reading?
So
Yeah.
So
I
I didn't
our-
know you guys could read. I'm proud of you guys.
Yeah, dude.
So our skill-
It's been a long week.
Our skill last week, we were going to read the first 3 chapters of If I Did It by O.J. Simpson.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
But
I wouldn't
the-
mind
the-
reading that. Can I
See-
borrow it from you when you're done?
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Like the hard part about that book is like we said chapter 3 because it was daunting.
Right, but the first bit, like this first chunk
The
is all the
first
forward.
90 pages.
Yeah, it's all forward from them.
It's forward from them.
Yeah, it's not OJ's
acknowledgement
story.
why they're doing it, and then literally it has what is it, publicator's note.
Yeah.
And then it's like this is the actual like word for word copy of
OJ's.
OJ's original book.
But
Okay.
you know,
Manifest.
they had to throw that in there.
They
I
had
get
to,
it.
yeah.
Goldman's had to get
Yeah,
theirs,
it was
you know
definitely
what I'm
worth
saying?
it.
Get their nut out of it. So.
Yeah.
Get the nut.
So for this week, that will be my extra skill. I'll
Right.
catch up. I'll get the 3 chapters in. We'll do another. Do you want to go to another 3 chapters?
Yeah.
We'll just keep that one running until the book's done.
there's only there isn't very many chapters. They're pretty big chapters.
We'll read. I don't fucking know. Then read 30 pages or something.
Yeah, we can
cool.
do that.
So we'll just read 30 pages. We'll
we'll
just
let,
keep
we'll
that
let
one
Ariel
ongoing.
know too. Oh,
Yeah.
we have to fucking
we got a book club with her. I know. So
tell
so
you what-
basically, what happened is we did a live episode with our friend Ariel, and on a whim, we just started talking about the book, and Ariel bought 3 copies of it.
Oh,
on
fuck.
Amazon.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So we were like, well, fuck it. Now we have a book club, so we have to read. So
Yeah.
Well, I'm actually. I just started a book actually just yesterday. So it's called Basic Economics. It basically shows economic principles outside of the economic structure. So like how you can use economics to like organize your life or to predict shit that's going to happen.
nice.
So that's really really interesting.
Oh yeah, but that'll be just our ongoing skill. We'll do
Yeah.
30 pages, whatever.
Yeah.
I'll catch up, and I guess we'll just lead into the skills for this week before we start the shit show that is the current events of today.
Let's do it.
My skill for the week, I'm just gonna create one new passive income.
Yeah.
A form of passive income.
Be good.
I paid off 25% of my debt today. Felt
Fuck.
phenomenal. I'm on my way to financial freedom, so I'm just gonna just to add it up, just to rake it up, because I'm in a good financial mood. I'm gonna get another form of passive income
Do it,
going.
man.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
Dope.
my skill for the week. What do you guys got?
You know what? I want to do the same.
Hey.
Well, so all right. So I've been growing my team for Astro. So we went from
AstroDesignCompany.com. Check them out.
check us out. We went from having one person to now having 6 people.
Hell yeah. That's,
So
that's called company
That
growth,
is
folks.
company growth. And so I have one person right now just basically just sitting around just generating leads and emailing people all day.
Sick.
And so I want to close on a deal this week, and I want to make $6,000 next week.
Yeah.
Just next week.
Fucking sweet.
6,000.
All right.
6,000.
I was good financially free. Now I feel like shit.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm totally
No,
kidding, man.
fuck.
I'm totally kidding.
No, I'm just
Yeah, for sure.
because I mean, even if I make $6,000, I have to pay other people for
Oh,
it.
yeah.
So
Oh, I get
I might
it.
see
I
like
get
500 of that.
I
but-
get it.
Oh yeah.
Oh, hell yeah, I like it. So,
Dude.
what do you got for this week? What's your skill, man?
This week I'll probably. That's a really good question. I haven't really thought about it. This week has been kind of crazy, so probably.
Can I pick your skill? Can you finish that fucking game?
Oh,
Wait, which game?
Ghost of
Ghost-
Tsushima?
Yeah.
Did you buy that game?
I
Yeah,
did. Yeah.
Did you buy it for Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
It's only PlayStation.
yeah, and I already beat it.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, it looks so.
I
just
was
wanna
gone
go
on
buy it.
weekend,
So
and that's like my
fucking good.
prime time to really play it. So
It
it's
was
like,
so-
I want to go buy it.
It's a fucking beautiful game, dude.
yeah.
I just replayed Horizon Zero Dawn again last week, and I finally finished it because I forgot to finish it the first time. But so now I'm completely done with
Because
it.
I heard that was a really cool fucking
Hell yeah,
game.
that
Oh my
one's
god,
fun
have you
too. We
never
have
played
that
that one?
one.
Oh, dude,
I have it. Yeah,
I'll loan
that
it
was
to you
fun.
if you go and check it out. So it's
All right.
yeah.
So what do you got? What's your skill? What are we thinking?
You know what? Yeah, I'll get to the next portion.
The next act?
Yeah, the next act.
Act 2 of the
'Cause I
game?
just started Act 2.
Yeah.
So I
So
have to get to
finish
Act
Act
3.
2
Yeah.
of the game. All right, cool. There's 3 acts, I think.
Dope.
4,
Yeah.
3
I'll
acts.
get to 3 then.
Sick. All right, cool. Easy skill. That one's easy because you can do that. It's only 40
But
hours
okay,
away.
so context, I am kind of like 100%er
Yeah, he's a
when it comes to shit like
perfectionist.
this. Like I didn't move out of Act 1 until I had 100%ed cleared the fog of
Which you
war
don't
away.
understand, like, it's a long game, guys. It's a
It's
fucking,
so much.
It's enormous, and there's a lot of side shit to do. So
Yeah.
for those of you that are into games, go check out Ghost of Tsushima on PS4.
I don't
It's
wanna-
beautiful fucking
I don't want to
game.
hear that it's a long game until you've played all the Final Fantasy games.
Dude, I just on the train ride into Chicago
Yeah.
this weekend, I started up Zodiac Age
Oh no way!
on the fucking the handheld shit. And, like,
Jesus.
Animals.
it's
Animals.
it felt so good.
Um,
It felt good going back into that.
Cool. So we got our skills for this week. So I'm going to go ahead and lay the 3 out here.
Laying it out.
Wow, a week. So we'll start on the good. Well, it's all kind of good news, actually. All 3 of them are good news, which is great. 2020's been a fucking nightmare shit show. It's good to hear some good stuff. Number 1, we got that stim check coming. Stimmy number
buddy.
2. You know what I'm saying? We're all getting that money out here. Well, some of us are getting that money
Some
out
of
here.
us.
And it'll be significally smaller than the last one, right?
No, it's the same
Actually,
amount.
yeah,
is it
It's
really?
the same
It's
amount.
12.
They're
Fuck.
saying there is. I know they're voting on it. I think the Senate is voting today, or the House is seeing it today. I don't know if the Senate passed on it yet, but they're seeing the bill today. So hopefully, yeah, we'll get into that one. But yeah, so that's the first one. The stimmy checks. It's coming. We getting that paper. Let's go. Second, fucking Ghislaine Maxwell's trial. Well, it's not really
Ghislaine.
her trial. Also, yeah, figured that out this week. It's Ghislaine Maxwell. That's how you pronounce it.
It's definitely not Ghislaine.
It's not Ghislaine. So
it should be though.
It's
for those of you that
always
didn't
Ghislaine.
hear it, Jeffrey Epstein's trial that was still ongoing with I think her last name was how do you pronounce it?
Guthrie.
Guthrie.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was flight logs, there was phone recordings, there was all this shit in that trial that has previously been sealed up.
yeah.
Well, the federal judge for that trial just announced this week, no, that shit's getting unsealed because guess what? It's now a part of Ghislaine Maxwell's trial.
Yep.
So we need to unseal that to the public now.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm ready for it. I'm so ready for
the
it.
world is gonna fucking
Ooh,
explode.
gonna be a good
soon.
one.
But it'll be a good explode.
Oh, I can't wait.
And then
And
it'll be a
then-
demand for justice.
To top it all off, folks. To top it off. The greatest news. The Pentagon has officially made it very clear that there's motherfucking aliens, dog. There are motherfucking aliens. They have been here, and if you still don't believe it, you're now the tinfoil hat person. The people for the longest
I don't want to be called that anymore.
that were the conspiracy theorists saying that they've been here. Y'all are right. Y'all have been proven right by the Pentagon.
Yep.
We're here for it. All right. Cool. Got them all the way. It's going to be a great episode because these are 3 great
Are
topics.
we going in this order or?
We can go whatever
Dude,
order you guys
They're
would
on
prefer.
the table.
Which
I want to say, just out the gate,
all right.
for the
Start it
alien
up.
thing.
Start it up.
Vindication! Oh my god, dude! Like,
Yo,
that
I'm
makes me
saying.
so happy.
Oh, man.
It makes me
I'm
so
saying.
happy.
Well,
Also, what do they say exactly about that?
all right. So I want to start with the stimulus check because that's the least.
Okay,
That
yeah,
one's
that's
important,
fine.
but it's like the least important.
we'll
ease
get to the
in
climax
to the
and-
real good shit because
Yeah.
I've been reading up. I did my research this week on these, so it's not like it's mostly fact based from what I'm getting because I've actually done the research instead of just reading the headlines. So
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
I'm out here doing it. Now, granted, the notes that I wrote down are on the phone that we're recording on, so didn't think about that. So I might get some information a little wrong, but for the most part, I have it right. So, anyways, the stimulus check. So what they're saying, it sounds like up to 75,000 individual filers. So if you make up to 75,000 or less, it sounds like you're getting 1,200. Now, I know the big thing that they were kind of debating was, okay, who's seeing this money? Is
Right.
it because it's like one party was kind of thinking, okay, this money should go only towards people that have really been impacted, like service industry
Yeah.
and stuff like that. Because they said, well, there's certain people that are now, like, they're still working. They're working from home now.
Yeah.
They're making the same amount of money. Do they need the $1,200? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? For me, yes, everybody was impacted. The first 1,200 was so long ago
Yeah.
that even people that are now getting back to work full time, they still
They're
were
still
affected.
impacted,
So
yeah.
this needs to, for me, I think, is it expensive? Yes. Are we ultimately the ones paying for this?
Yes.
Obviously. It's government money. We're the ones paying for it, obviously. But at this time, yeah, I think it should go everybody, I think, again. I would say like the same one that they threw out the first time, I think it should be pretty much the same thing. It's
Right.
like
Yeah, I
everybody
agree.
should be getting another $1,200. It's $2,400 a person. I mean, that's a huge. It saved the fuck out of me. I know that did. The $1,200 did. So like, I can only imagine people that are worse off.
Yeah.
It's they definitely need the second $1,200. So I don't know. That's how I look at it. But
Paid off a pretty big chunk of my child support for the year. So,
I mean, there you go.
depression.
Yeah, but one less expense for you there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
Well, until they add interest back on, because
Oof.
why do they charge interest for child support?
yeah,
also?
that's stupid.
Because there's assholes that
Also,
don't pay child
my student
support.
loan,
That's fair.
my student loan went into forbearance. Finally, it took them long enough where finally I got an email from the federal government, and they were like, "Hey, you have student loans, and now you're at 0% interest rate." And I was like, "This is fake." And I went to my student loan, and yeah, 0% interest.
Fuck.
I was like, "Fucking took you long enough."
Goddamn.
I've been in this shit for what, 4 months now, and you're just now being like, all right.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you guys
I
are.
guess- yeah,
And you
I
know
guess
why?
we could
You know why the
just
fuck
knock
they
it
did it,
off.
right? I bet that there was a fuckload of people that were defaulting.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
they were like, well, shit, we need some sort of money coming in. Because here's my thought on it. Like, I feel like either the healthcare industry or the education industry are the next two that are, we had the housing crash. One of those two, I feel like, is going to be the next crash.
I think healthcare.
That's,
Yeah.
it's both of them are so, like, overly inflated with prices,
Yep.
and it's so ridiculous. Like, people are not able to pay these. Like, people are going to default just like they did on their house loans. Like,
Yeah.
you can't charge a 17 to 18% interest rate on a fucking huge ass student loan and expect these kids just coming out of college to pay that shit.
Yeah, that's
Nah.
very true.
But anyways, back onto the stimulus check stuff. What do you guys? What's the 1,200 going towards for you guys? What are you going?
I don't
well,
really get to see
you're-
mine.
well, yours is going towards child.
I don't
So
really get to
that's-
see mine.
That's good.
Yeah.
How about you, man? Where's your 1,200
So
going?
the first one
You got
went,
that schwanky promotion, so now
Well,
this
and
is
that's-
just extra cash monies.
and that's the thing is like the first one.
I better see
literally
a Gucci shirt.
Fuck that, dude.
Gochi.
But the first one, I literally just like put into my account.
Yeah.
And I've just been chipping away
Chipping
at it
it,
with
yep.
like insurance and
Which is
everything
smart.
else. I didn't need it, and whatever's left, like once everything is kind of moderately back to normal, I'll probably throw a couple hundred of it into back in there just to cap it off, you know.
For sure.
But I definitely will be putting the rest of that money towards tattoos.
Nice.
As selfish as that
here's the
is.
thing. I expected something else. I expected a different answer.
Oh, I've already got that paid off.
The what?
Oh well, okay, so car maybe.
Oh no.
But
I was thinking because you had talked about the new Xbox.
oh, that's already paid off. Don't worry about.
Okay.
Don't you worry about that.
You pre-ordered the Xbox?
Priorities.
Already
fuck
done.
yeah,
Already
dude.
done.
Already done.
Whenever they fucking release the price for the PlayStation, I'm doing the same shit. So,
Yeah.
What is
yeah.
the price on the new Xbox?
That's
6 or 7, something like that.
no. It was like I think it was like 5.
It's only in the 5s.
No, I think it was like 6
All right.
in total. I can't remember.
Well,
It was
so
5 plus
my
tax.
that was like day one. I
my
paid that off.
my stimulus check is going straight towards my debts.
Yeah.
And hopefully, if the timing adds up right, it should be my debts should be paid off
Fuck,
with
man.
that check. Because what I've been doing is taking all of my cash tips from the bar and saving the
$500.
damn, that's it. Okay.
Shit.
Saving the fuck out of them, and then like once I get to a huge chunk, then I deposit it, and what I do with that is all of that cash goes straight towards debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So debt payments and everything.
Oh, yeah.
So my thought is that if we get this like mid to late August, they're thinking like probably late August would be the earliest we get this check. If we get it, I should have enough tip money and the check to pay off all my debts and some. And I'm
Nice.
super excited about that.
Fuck yeah.
And then I'm going to get a fucking Xbox with the extra cash that I'm going to have around because now I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
making monthly payments on loans,
Hello.
dog. What up? So yeah, that's probably where mine's going. Not
yeah.
not fun. I mean, it's fun for me because it's
Oh,
like
fuck
financial
yeah.
freedom, but
Right,
like,
Nothing
right.
you have to worry about.
yeah, like I'm cool with it. So I don't
Unless
know.
you put yourself back in debt.
Which we'll probably have. No, because now I can use my company as an excuse now for anything because most of the stuff
Yeah.
was going towards stuff I was using to build my brand.
Right.
And now that I have a company
brand.
account, my brand.
My brand.
Now that I have a company account, it's like cool. The company can pay for this shit
Right.
because like enough paying for it personally when it doesn't.
Is this technically a business expense? Yes, always.
Well, I mean, the shit that I was paying for was too,
Yeah.
and it was like this sucks because I can't write this off because it's personal. And now that I've got the business set up, it's like cool. I can finally start like writing this off because
Oh yeah.
it's just going right back into the company anyway. So yeah,
Dude.
I'm pretty excited. So, all right. So, Ghislaine, I want to talk about Ghislaine. This is fun.
Ghislaine.
So I watched a 60 Minutes Australia episode yesterday, and this is how I knew how to pronounce her name, Ghislaine. Yeah, this lady. So I have high hopes that she's gonna start saying some names because when they were interviewing some of these people, like these girls that had been involved, and so like they interviewed Guthrie and all these other people, and they said people are going to start getting real scared real quick because if there's anything I know about Ghislaine, it's that she is all about self-preservation. That's what Guthrie was saying. She's like, she's about self-preservation. Like, she will fucking throw anyone under the bus. She doesn't care as long as she's preserved. So
That's good news.
I'm happy for that because it's like, cool, drop them, dude.
Yeah.
Also not happy because if they give her fucking, what's the word I'm looking
Plea
for?
bargain.
Yeah, but it's legal.
No, that's right.
Yeah, but what's the other word? Immunity.
immunity.
If they give her immunity, I'll be real fucking
Oh, dude,
pissed
you know
off.
what? Give her immunity because you know
Yeah.
why?
She's
Because the
dead.
people will kill her in 10 minutes
that's
after she
true.
leaves the courthouse.
That's
so
true. So I also didn't know, like, so good on the
Yeah.
judge.
Yeah.
Good on the judge for not giving her bail.
Cracking the fuck down.
Well,
man.
and not giving her bail because she's not a U.S. citizen. So, and she's from France, and France doesn't extradite to foreign countries. So they were like, well, she's a huge flight risk because of the amount of money she has. If she takes a flight to France, we'll never get her back in court ever.
Yeah.
Like she's gone. She's off the face of the map. So good on the judge for capping that ass and keeping her locked up. Fuck that. And I'm just so excited. So that I know that the judge was giving them an extra, I think he said an extra week before they unsealed the documents because they have to give the defense team like enough time to go over the documents and, you know, to set up their end of it. But man, they were saying flight logs, they were saying phone recordings between Epstein and Ghislaine. They were saying like picture and recording evidence from this was the crazy part too. The plane that he had was set up to record audio and video.
Fuck.
At all times. So you know they have those tapes.
Man, he was just ready to fuck. Like this entire thing was pretty much like a big blackmail machine.
Look at
you know?
what he was doing. He needed to have that kind of fucking ammo in case one of the people that he was, you know, dishing out to was
tried
like,
to cap his ass.
Yeah.
Which they did.
You know, he may have been an evil fucking human being, but he was smart.
He was very
He's
smart.
very
I'll
smart.
give him
Have to
that.
be to
Fuck
do
that guy, but
fucking
he's
stupid shit
very
like
but
that.
he's very smart guy. I give him that. Fuck him though.
And fuck Ghislaine.
So fuck Ghislaine. Here's the thing. I think if the flight log gets released, right? His whole black book of his flight log gets released.
Yeah.
Fuck a trial.
Yeah.
Like, yes, for the government, do the trial. But for the people,
It's not going to
if
matter.
their name is on this flight log, they're guilty. You're guilty.
over,
I'm
dude.
sorry, you're guilty.
Sorry.
So, like, the one big one that I already know, we all know is guilty. But also, he did an interview about it, and I didn't know it. Watch the interview. This man should be locked up already. I'm surprised he's not. Prince Andrew went on 60 Minutes, did an interview with them about all this, and straight up, the reporter was just like, "Have you been on Jeffrey Epstein's private plane?" Yes. Have you been to Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell's private estates? Yes. Have you been to Jeffrey Epstein's island? Yes. He said yes to all of them. Ooh. If you went to that island and you know, like, if you've heard about his island, everyone that's been to that island knows what's going on there because it was so open there. Yeah. So he knew when he went to that island that what was going on. So, like, he's guilty. He admitted he went to the island. He's guilty as fuck. And the fact that, like, just because he's royalty, he hasn't been locked up is fucked up.
Yep.
Like, he's been in hiding now. He is, like, super scared that she got arrested. Fuck the tabloids. This man needs to be locked the fuck up.
Well, see, that's my issue with these the corporate executives that are apparently on that black book as well. Like Bill Gates is supposed to be on there.
Jeff Bezos.
How the fuck are you going to keep Bill Gates locked up? He could pay anybody's bail at any time.
Yep. Well, but
Like,
if you set
zero bail,
a federal judge says no bail because Ghislaine Maxwell's got no bail.
But like also,
he pays for the judges.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's or like Jeff. If God forbid Jeff Bezos is on that, what are you gonna do? You know, lock him up. Good luck. Good fucking luck. That guy will take a rocket to space.
He has more money than most countries.
He's set to be the first trillionaire of our lifetime. Like, should he be locked up if he's guilty? Fuck yes. Is he gonna be? Tough. Tough. Like, I'm not sure on that one, honestly.
Yeah.
But like a lot of celebrities, they're fucked.
Yeah, you're gonna need Superman for that, Lex Luthor.
Yep. And like I said before, like we're at a point, and I don't care how far you are on one side of the spectrum, like especially political spectrum, or even with your celebrities and everything like that. Like, we all need to come to terms with the fact that people we love and people we have defended could be on this list.
Could be.
And if they are
guilty.
They are guilty, and we can no longer, even if it's like our favorite celebrity of all time. If The Rock was on there, God forbid, if The Rock was on this fucking list, one of my all-time biggest idols, fuck that guy.
Yep.
Fuck him then. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the way we need to approach this, because if we don't, you're just as guilty. You're just as bad
you're
as that
normalizing
person.
that.
Yeah. Like, so for the people that are defending, say, their political party, if that person is on there,
Nope,
and
fuck
you're
'em.
still defending that person, you go to jail. You go to jail. You go to jail. Like,
Because it shouldn't be a race. It shouldn't be a political thing. It shouldn't be a wealth thing.
It's
It
people
should be,
taking advantage of innocent children.
Yep.
And that's not.
And when you do that, you need to be taken out like a Castro firing squad.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm thinking more like Gaddafi.
Yeah. Fuck it.
Chemically castrated
I think
first.
like drone strikes, all of them.
Oh, well, yeah.
Chemically castrate them,
Yeah.
make them feel the pain,
Yeah.
and then kill them.
Turn them into eunuchs. Parade them around town,
But then kill them.
and then kill them.
Yep.
Firing squad!
Yep, I agree. But like, yeah, imagine how much shit could come out with this. Like that, I'm so excited that judge was just like the
Nah,
balls
shit.
on that judge too.
The thing that, all right, so the thing that does concern me about everything, though, that is I feel like it's something that nobody's actually talking about. So the economy, when this happens,
Oh, it's gonna crash.
we need to be prepared for this
fucked.
because
It's
we're gonna have
fucking crash.
a huge run of the market. So right, like we're
yeah.
gonna be running out of the stock shit. So like, let's say that Microsoft is, or let's say that Bill Gates is guilty, right?
Right.
And then everybody jumps ship on their Microsoft stock. Like
There's
that's
gonna be a
that's one of the
large
big
sell-off of
That's one
stock.
of the biggest stocks in
Yeah.
the world. Like
Yeah.
that fucking company will shut down, and then you're fucked. Like,
But here's the thing:
if you have stocks in
COVID's
the
already
market,
prepared us for that because
Yeah.
COVID brought the market way down. Let's just stay in that market where it just keeps decreasing. And now here's the thing, though: when that happens, you wait till that ship sinks,
Yep.
and then you buy.
You buy the hook.
You buy the fuck out of that because some of these big companies definitely coming back.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
So you buy the fuck, and then
They're gonna
and
hire the
then
right guy as the
That's how you
forefront.
redistribute the wealth.
But
there,
as
folks.
of right now, and anytime right now up until that
buy
trial, liquidate your your assets.
maybe buy crypto.
Fuck.
I would maybe buy crypto because there's no real
Yeah.
person
Yeah.
that's behind it. So
Yeah,
I
it's
would buy
decentralized,
I would
so-
buy some Bitcoin. Bitcoin's been rallying again. They just popped over 10,000 again, which was a big marker to hit. I think it's like Bitcoin for me. I got in at a super early time, not as early as some of my friends, but I got in when it was around $600 or $500 a coin, and I sold off early, but I made a decent nut off of it, which was super nice. And now I'm back in because like there's countries backing it now.
Yep.
You know, even the U.S. government has started like legitimizing it. Like, yeah, I don't know. It seems like the way to go.
Because I know
in
there's
today's
cards.
Yeah, there's
Yeah,
cards
they
you
have
can
cards
use.
for it.
Like there's just right now is the exact reason why people were saying early on to invest in Bitcoin and stuff in cryptocurrencies is because we're in such an uncertain time in the market where
Yep.
it's like
Yeah.
at least you know that's gonna stay. You know,
So if you're gonna liquidate your cash, go put it into Bitcoin.
go put it into Bitcoin or some sort of crypto. Do your research on crypto and deposit. But yeah, 100% agree. Like, there's bound to be some of these big financial people,
Yeah.
big fucking corporation people that are gonna get busted.
We also don't know how many people are on this list as well. So like, what if there's hundreds? You know, what if there's hundreds of people?
Well, they were saying that
What if
when
there's
they
10?
when they open up the
Then
documents,
there's 10.
that there were for all of the closed off and sealed what they wanted to keep confidential for this trial.
Yeah.
All of those documents were over 100 pages long.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So
in
here's
total.
the thing.
So it's like
Well, there's over 2,000 documents being unsealed
right.
in total. So,
Yeah.
but now who knows how much of that is just fucking stupid shit? How much
Right.
is
And
actually
you
like
could probably
look.
have like repeat logs as well, like people that came multiple times.
So I'm not gonna say it. That was a fucked up joke.
I didn't mean to actually make that a joke.
I know. But here's the thing. So the bright side would be, like, let's say everything gets released, right? Names get dropped. Let's say there's only 10 names. I would be semi-relieved because I'd be like, cool. There's only 10 of these nasty fuckers out there that were doing this shit with all the people with all this money and only 10 of them. Now, granted, obviously that's an exaggeration. There's going to be more than that.
Yeah.
But even say, like, there's only, like, I don't know,
A
50, a handful of people that are involved. Is it going to suck because we all expected there to be more? Yeah. But at the same time, that means, like, hey, cool, there was only these amount of people, and the rest of them, maybe they're not as bad as we
So
thought.
you get all of those proverbial heads of the Hydra in one drop.
Yeah.
They're all there. There's
That's
no
cool.
need to cut one off and pretend
Now, is there
that it's
only
not
going to be a
gonna go
handful?
back.
Probably not. He did this shit for 40 years. There's going to be a fuckload. Well, he was saying, or like the one attorney, I think, was saying that there was multiple royal, like people of royal families.
Right.
So not just Prince Andrew, but like other royal families.
Jesus.
They said multiple CEOs and like heads of corporations and political figures. Like the one I know was like one of the, I think one was, God, who was it? I can't remember. It was one, it used to be the Speaker of the House. I don't remember his name, but so Is there going to be a shitload of people from all different walks of life? Hell yeah, it's happening. It's bound to happen.
Yeah.
But fuck it.
Yeah.
Good. Bring them all down. Let's see it happen. If the market's got to crash because of it, so fucking be it. You know what I mean? I don't care.
I'd feel better. I'd feel better about our existence
Yeah.
if this was handled the
Properly.
proper way.
Yeah. Like it should have been with fucking Epstein.
Yeah.
Epstein. But you know what? Fuck it. So now the fun one. This is the one I want to talk about. Fucking aliens, bro.
Fucking aliens.
Aliens.
Like aliens.
Aliens. History Channel got shocked
You
by
got
a
it,
cord.
dude.
Aliens. They're here. They've been here. I don't give a fuck what you say. It's here.
I want to see exactly what the Pentagon said.
So here's what the
Yeah.
Pentagon said. So several
Aliens.
high-ranking people were questioned. So there was a task force, and I had it written on my show notes for the phone on my phone. But there was a task force basically that was put into effect in 2007, I believe. They were started. They had like a budget of like $22 million, right? And what this task force was there to do was basically to research and do and detect, I guess, foreign flying objects.
Right.
So their thought was, this will also be for aliens, of course, but to make sure that, foreign entities that may be against us, making sure they don't have technology that far exceeds ours,
Right.
that, doing stuff that we aren't capable of with our current technology, right?
Yeah.
So and basically anything that they found because of this new act that went into law, and I had the act written down too, but there was it was basically a Freedom of Information Act. So anything that this task force found, they had to release within 180 days because it was federally funded. So they had to release any information within 180 days to the public. They had to be known to the public, right?
Fuck.
So basically, the government said in 2015, they had said, task force has been disbanded. It's no longer a thing. They're just cut off, right? They don't have a budget anymore. They're done.
Yeah.
It then got released that, no, this operation has still been in effect as of 2017 and onwards. Like, they are still doing this. This task force is still operating under government funding, but hasn't been releasing anything. Well, then it came into play that they started interviewing these people that were involved with that task force. And one of the people who was a physicist, astrophysicist, stated that, or I'm sorry, it wasn't the it was like a military official, stated that they had found several unidentified objects that were doing things far outside the capability of the U.S. government's or the U.S. military's capabilities.
Right.
Like cutting angles and stuff like that. That was like we couldn't even do. There was no way our planes or anything could ever do what they were doing. Right.
Right.
And then before that, the Pentagon had stated that these videos that have been getting released, they started releasing videos, and it was ones that DeLonge. Tom DeLonge?
Yeah.
Yeah, from, is it Blink-182?
Yeah.
Yeah, Blink-182. He's like a big UFO guy, and he released these videos. The Pentagon came out and said, yep, these videos are real. Like, we don't know what these planes are.
Right.
This is military cameras. This is all real stuff. We don't know what they are. And if you watch these videos, they are saucer-shaped, some of them. Like, they are goofy-looking fucking planes. They are not anything like you've ever seen before. So that was the first big indicator of like, oh shit, somebody's flying around in something that looks unreal.
Yeah.
Like something we have no way of creating, right?
Oh, man.
Which was super nuts.
Yeah.
And then you think, okay, well maybe China or Russia has figured out a way to create these, right? Maybe.
Right.
Let's be honest, that's probably fake.
Yeah.
We'd probably know. We have a lot of spies. We have a lot of satellites. We'd know, right? Then they interviewed an astrophysicist with this task force, who then stated and dropped the bombshell, they have retrieved vehicles that are made of materials not of this world. Said those words verbatim. Made of materials not made from this world or on this world. So if you combine the videos, you combine what he said, and he was with this task force.
Yeah.
He's a scientist. He has no need. Like, why would he lie? You know what I'm saying? Fucking aliens. We have been visited by aliens, and they're supposed to unveil more stuff within the next couple months. They're supposed to start releasing more information.
Oh, man.
They're not going to release all of it because some of it's super confidential for government security. I get it, but they're supposed to be releasing more.
So what kind of aliens do you think that they are? Like little green men, or
I think they're the Greys.
like independent,
Definitely
stay,
Greys.
like fucking squid monster things?
It's the Greys. 'Cause, like, and here's the other thing: like, some people have the theory that a lot of Hollywood movies that came out post Roswell that were about aliens and stuff was basically like government agendas to kind of like
Make it a joke.
ease us into the situation and like introduce us like, hey. These are what they look like. You know what I mean? Like, who came up with the flying saucer? And why? And here's the other thing you got to think about. So we had flying saucers in the fucking, in these movies, right?
Yeah.
The old movies.
Yeah.
And now we have government footage on planes of real flying saucers.
Yeah. I mean,
Aliens are real, folks. They're fucking here.
did you guys ever watch that movie? It was like partial documentary, partial like reenactment type movie. Where,
Bob Lazar's.
no, it was.
Also, shout out to Bob Lazar, because that man,
Dude.
in the next couple of months, is going to be vindicated finally. Like,
Oh, yeah,
he was
yeah.
thrown to the fucking wolves for saying
he
what
was.
he said. And the man was not lying. Like, the man is telling the truth.
Well, we don't know how much of that is true, but yeah, I mean,
Here, do you all right, you think there's an element out there that we have that we discovered?
I'm
that's
sure,
his big
I'm
thing
Sure
is
there's
that
a bunch of fucking elements that
He's
we
a
haven't
big.
discovered
That's
yet.
his big thing, is that there's an element that the U.S. government retrieved from an alien aircraft
Right.
that is capable of, higher technology. It's an element that we can't have on Earth, basically.
Yeah.
And if the government this astrophysicist is saying, hey, we have stuff not made of this world, might be that element.
I fucking hope so, dude.
Man.
I hope that we're able to really acknowledge that and expand on that.
What if they
because-
drop the bomb that we, like, what if the government comes out, drops a bomb and says, hey, we recovered a body?
Show it to me?
There's a movie called The Fourth Kind.
Yes.
Yeah.
The
Yeah, you guys
Fourth
remember that
Kind.
one?
Oh, I loved
But
that movie.
one fucked with my head a little bit, because then they said like, yeah, like the aliens are speaking Sumerian, and like there's a lot of fucking like Sumerian shrines that show fucking like flying saucers
Yep.
in their hieroglyphics and stuff. And it's like, oh wait,
I loved that movie. They did such
It
a
was-
good job of like
it-
making it seem real, like a real documentary.
I was based on some real fucking shit that
Yeah.
happened, but like that movie fucked me up though mentally.
liked it.
Yeah.
freaked me out, and it's like, man,
I mean, man, can you imagine? That would be fucking nuts if it came out. Like, we know now that like it's basically real. It's out there. Like, hey, they exist. Alien aircrafts exist. Aliens exist. Obviously, there's got to be bodies out there,
Dope.
unless they're just getting satellites. I don't know, maybe, but man,
I'm gonna nerd out here for a second, because I want to compare this to something and see if this sounds realistic compared to what might have happened.
all right, let's
so
hear it out.
do you guys follow comic books at all, like from back in the day?
Yes.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little
yeah.
bit. All right. So Jack Kirby and Stan Lee came out with this group called the Eternals a long time ago, right? So basically, like, they were like the precursors to humans. They like mixed their DNA with fucking like early primates on Earth, pretty
Okay.
much, to like create humans, right? And that's supposed to be their idea as to how actual humans came to be. Like, that was like the missing link, is that they mixed genetic material from basically these fucking gods from space
Right.
with primates that were here on Earth, and then all of a sudden we have self-functioning humans.
So you think that's what happened? You think we? You
I think
you
we're
an
a
alien
la-
fucked
we're-
a chimp?
we're-
I'm kind of
test
thinking
tube.
that aliens fuck chips, and now we have humans.
Yeah.
Because all right, think of it this way:
That'd be cool if we were just test tubes.
if we
test tube
are
babies.
natural beings on the planet, why the fuck do we burn
Yeah,
the
but why
sun?
leave?
Yeah.
But why leave? Why would they leave?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
Maybe
Trial and
the
error.
humans got too smart and started taking over.
Maybe.
You know?
But if you're advanced in space technology, like space travel,
maybe we're just like a fucking test tube planet, you know?
it could be.
Yeah.
We
You
could
know?
be. We don't know. Here's
Sorry,
I
I was
keep
going to say one little part here. Like what I was saying before is like, you know, if we were naturally from this planet and we evolved here naturally, why do we burn in the sun?
That's true. That's true.
You know, like there's no other animal on the planet that gets sunburn.
And why does too much oxygen kill us,
Yeah.
or too little kill us? You know, basically our environment around us kills us.
Yeah. So
We
it's
just do everything we can to try and survive it.
exactly. So that always kind of messed with my head a little bit. So yeah, just shout out to Stanley and Jack Kirby
Alright.
from back in
That
the day
could
for
be
coming up with that shit.
Dude.
So, but like, what was I gonna say? Fuck, I forgot what I was gonna bring up. Damn it!
But it is
That's
a
a good
really
point,
interesting
too.
concept.
Isn't it though?
That like there's a lot of variables that is what is supposed to be our existence, right? Because there's other creatures that have literally honed down on a fucking cellular level to withstand their environment. But the basic thing that's supposed to keep us alive
Kills
destroys us.
Yeah. And it's
on
funny
a cellular level
because
it
there's only a
destroys us.
couple animals that are claimed to not supposed to be able to survive on the planet but do anyways. It's
Yeah.
us and it's octopuses. So it's like octopuses already look like fucking aliens.
Octopuses
yeah.
are aliens.
Yeah, pretty much. So
Oh, that's what I was gonna say. So, man, if they come out right and say, "Hey, we've got alien bodies.
yep.
They are of, a higher intellect.
Otherworldly
Yep,
genetics.
they've created space travel. Religion's got to go defunct, right?
I hope so.
Like it's got to go.
Well, people are going to be like, well, maybe
It's
God
a test by God. No, dude. Okay,
Just
right,
like the dinosaurs.
Right. So you're gonna have this amount of people that now say,
Yeah.
okay, yep, it's a test
See,
by God.
what we're
but you're
gonna
gonna
do-
have this amount of people that
nah,
leave
bullshit.
the religions.
Yep.
Because they're just like, nah, dude. Like this motherfucker,
Nah.
they found one. He's here. It's here. We're out,
Well,
dog.
God created them too. The what? No, that's not what
God
any of
created-
this said.
God created everything. No. Your Bible says that he did not. Your Bible says that he created the earth.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah, he said he
man.
created the Big Bang, but he didn't say
Unless
nothing about
God-
other beings.
Unless God is like the leader of the aliens.
He could be.
Fuck.
You don't know.
Oh,
Fuck.
fuck.
There could
And-
be a new religion
the
that comes
aliens-
out of
is
this.
that
And
who
the aliens
angels
are
are?
angels. Oh,
It could-
fuck.
that
Some
could be-
fucking dumb farmer was like, "This is what it is."
Oh, good.
And why? And the rapture is actually people just getting beamed up.
We just solved religion right
Solved
there for you,
religion.
folks.
I mean,
You're welcome.
But
Buy
a new-
our book.
a new religion could come out.
Do we just
As
invent
like-
Oh my
Scientology.
god,
Like
dude.
worshiping
I would
the alien
fucking
gods.
absolutely. I would devote myself to just the idea of being able to experience intergalactic travel. Take me with you, please. Probe me.
What if?
Don't
here's
probe me,
the thing.
please.
Here's
Give
a
me the
crazy.
probe.
And this is a far out there theory. Far out there.
I'm liking this.
What if they aren't actually traveling here? What if they've gotten to a point where they're of such clear mind, right, and clear conscious, clear ego,
I see where
that
you're going
they're
with this.
astral projecting?
Oh, I thought you were going to say that they're living outside of our realm, like outside of our dimension.
That too.
Extra
That'd be
dimensional
cool.
beings.
But
Take
like,
me with you.
we talk about this astral projection meditation. We talk about transcendental meditation, which also another big news. Transcendental meditation, like the government came out and flat out said that they were doing studies with transcendental meditation, and we're seeing like I don't know what the whole thing they were saying but they were confirming certain things about this meditation. That's the one that what's his name?
The
He was-
comedian dude?
Yes,
Yeah.
Russell Brand.
Yeah.
That's what he studies, right? And so like, but what if that's what it is? What if they're not? I mean, they're traveling here, but it's more of on a projection for them. They're not
that'd be kinda
actually.
cool.
That'd be
Like a
sick,
psychedelic
right?
trip
Yeah.
almost? Oh, fuck.
That'd be fucking nuts.
Aliens are eating some fucking crazy ass DMT
Not even
mushroom
that.
looking
They're
things.
just
Dude.
meditating to a point where they're at such clear mind, because they talk about the different types of civilizations for humans, right?
Yeah.
And at a certain point, like you reach enlightenment, is what
Yeah.
they call it. Like, what if these aliens have reached what they would term deem enlightenment, and are able to just project where they
Well,
want to
because
go?
I've
What
heard
if? And
testimony
that's
of-
a blow. That's
yeah.
It's crazy.
But I mean, that's something that could potentially be tangible because I mean, there's been plenty of people, especially with Hamilton's. It's like it's a show on Hulu, but it's like Hamilton's pharmaceutical.
Yes, it's psychedelic trip or something like that. Yeah, I watched every episode. I love that
the
guy,
one where
dude.
he talks to the dude that takes ketamine.
Ketamine all the time.
And it's like this old geezer. I think we might have mentioned this in a previous episode, like a live or whatever. But this dude talked about how when he would ingest ketamine to a certain extent and interact with psychedelics and everything, that he had experiences with angels, what he referred to as angels, even to the point of manifesting and not possessing, but manifesting within him, to where like he was cross-dressing for a couple of years of his life because like he had gotten in contact with this female angel, and through conversation they became friends, and then like she wanted to see what the world of humanity was like. So she...
See, that's tough for me.
I
Like,
know.
On the
That's
drug aspect, it's kind of tough for me because it's like, it's so like... We want to say that like acid and mushrooms are like, they just help you
The
open your mind's
doorway.
eye, but
Yeah.
really, you know, it could just be like science says, no, it's just poisoning your brain.
Yeah.
And you're delusional.
Yeah.
So that one's tough.
Right. But
But I understand. Yeah.
I'm not going to shut down from that theory because
No,
I've
won't
never
shut it
experienced
down.
anything like that. Like I've never tried ketamine or any sort of like weird, crazy drug like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, like maybe some shit did happen.
Maybe.
You know?
I don't know.
who knows?
I'm genuinely interested in the effects of DMT.
DMT.
Yeah, because that sounds
DMT is
really
one
interesting.
Do it.
that's interesting to me because I'm gonna Joe Rogan it here.
Do it.
DMT is interesting to me because everyone that's ever experienced it has a very similar experience in their visualizations.
Yep.
Now, this is supposed to be DMT is a drug that is created in the brain when you. It's not drug. It's a chemical created in the brain while you're sleeping. Right? It's released by the brain. You're now smoking it. That's why you feel like you're asleep, which you basically are, but you're still aware.
I thought it comes out when you die. Or is it when you sleep too?
Massive amounts come out when you
Yeah.
die,
Oh, okay.
supposedly.
That's
when
what
you're
that's what they
sleeping-
think creates that life flashes before your
Yeah.
eyes moment.
But when you're
fuck.
sleeping, DMT is released. That's what causes your dreams, right? That's what they
Jesus.
think is that it causes your dreams.
That sounds intense
But
as shit.
everyone has experienced the shadowy figures.
Yep.
Every single person who has ever taken DMT has experienced shadowy figures. And you could make the argument, oh, hey, it's because of external influence. Other people have told them. No, I know
Sorry.
people that have taken it straight up, not having any indication as to what you will experience, except for, yeah, you're going to be asleep, and come out of it and say, yeah, I saw like these shadowy figures. Like I wasn't scared. There was nothing scary about it. I was very calm. I was very at peace, but there was figures surrounding me. Every single person.
In the wise words of Randy Jackson, it's gonna be a no from me, dog.
It's gonna be a no for me, dog. Yeah, but it's not like it's never been scary. It's like very calming, and they're just like they feel like they're being observed. When they can't really interact with the shadowy figures, but they're being observed
That's
as they interact with the surrounding world. That one blows my mind.
so it's kind of
that is a drug that
lifting the extra dimensional veil almost.
exactly like that's a drug that I think should be looked at more by like
We should probably check into
we
this.
should do some
Yeah.
like if you could do just a small funding for scientific studies on it because nobody's dying from it. You know what I mean?
If it was legal to try, I'd probably try it just to give it a shot.
Is DMT technically illegal?
I don't think so.
No,
I don't know.
I don't think
no
I have no idea.
It's a naturally occurring chemical. I don't know if it can be.
I mean, so is marijuana. I mean, it's
Marijuana's a
THC.
plant.
Yeah.
True.
And that was a propaganda thing.
Yeah. I don't know. I have no idea if DMT is legal or not.
Yeah,
I'm not aware. Because
Is DMT legal? DMT is a substance in control or is
A
a
controlled
Schedule 1 controlled
wow,
substance.
so it's
in
right
the
up
United
there with
States,
marijuana and heroin.
which means it's illegal to make, buy, possess, or distribute it. Some cities recreational or decriminalized it, but it's still legal or illegal under the state and federal law.
fuck,
which
man.
is so weird.
Yeah, I mean, if it's already
Dumb.
in your brain,
If it's chemically, you're in possession of it at all times. Every one of us should be arrested for it.
But there's got to be control on everything.
Oh, of course, it's the government. So I don't know. That one would be the one big one, top of the list.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, something's going on here.
Yeah.
Why?
maybe
are
that's
we
why they
all-
control it because they don't want people enlightening themselves.
And that's
You're
what people's
tearing at
theory
the
is.
veil.
Yeah, that's what people's theory is that, you're hiding it. You're trying to do it so that you keep the people sedated and unhinged.
Just thinking about the fucking shadowy figures, though, that sounds so weird to me.
But they're not. It's not like it's not. You don't get creeped out.
I know that they say that it's not scary, but that would freak me the fuck out still, though. Like, hey, I'm sitting in this room by myself, and now there's things watching me.
Nah,
but
regardless, that would freak me the fuck out.
So here's the thing: you're not. From what I've heard, you are not in the room. Like you're dreaming, dude. You're in a dream.
So.
And like the only like grounding you have to the world around you is that you can hear like like when you wake up from you're in a car sleeping, right? You remember when you were a kid, you were in the car sleeping and you could hear your parents talking, but you were also like sleeping. That's what you get. But you're also, so it's like if you were to be at that state of sleep, but also in deep sleep at the same time. So like what's going on around you, you're aware of it. But you're also in an actual dream where you are visualizing being somewhere else. You know it's cerebral. You know you're not actually there, but you are somewhere else. And there's just shadowy figures that are just observing. They're not harming you. They're not chasing you. They're literally just there, and they only observe. So that's what's the calming part. It's not like you're seeing them in real life. Yeah. You're seeing them in what you know is a dream. Yeah. Like your dream. Okay.
That would fuck me up even worse.
It's literally like have you ever like studied it's astral projection, I guess, technically. Yeah. So like where you study the meditation I know
where you have like the out of body experiences.
Yep, and I know like the one trick is fun trick you can all try too if you practice hard enough.
Drugs.
Yeah, drugs. No, so you can do a certain form of meditation where you could wear a bracelet or something, right? And wear it in the real world and then go to sleep actively thinking about you being in a dream and setting the scenario. And then when you're in the dream, if you can't do it quick, if you slowly start to make the realization that you're dreaming, you can like look down, notice you're not wearing the bracelet. Now you know you're in a dream. But if you introduce it too quickly to the brain, it knows and it'll wake you up. But if you do it at a slow enough pace, you can actually start to control the dream.
Oh, that's so weird.
Which is super cool. You might have noticed it actually before. So like right at the end of a dream, you'll notice you're dreaming. And so you'll like change something quickly and then you wake up.
You wake right up.
Right.
Yeah.
It's because you're introducing it too quickly. So the brain, like, it's not tricked anymore. Like it knows. So it's just, you're awake now. Right.
That is weird.
But you can actually like control a dream. So that's what DMT is. It's you actively knowing you're in the dream and controlling the situation.
Okay.
But you're not really, like, you don't feel any, like.
Well, I definitely want to try it now. Fuck.
I've heard it's very interesting.
Yeah.
I've heard it's a crazy one to take. But like, yeah, what if those shadowy figures are fucking aliens of a different dimension, or that's how they're reaching. I mean, think about it. If they can talk to us, communicate with us, it's got to be on some sort of telepathic level. I would assume, unless they've learned our language. Yeah. Which maybe. But I would assume
through watching and progressing.
I would assume telepathic.
Maybe it's more like an empath type thing where they just like sense emotion.
Oh, it could be.
That'd be interesting.
That would be interesting. It's like if we do know that aliens are real, right? And like now all of a sudden it opens up this realm of like possibility of communicating with them. How?
Well, that's just like how we communicate with animals. It's an empathetic reaction, So we can sense that an animal's frustrated.
Right, but if you have two intellectual beings, you'll find a way
to find that medium.
To actually have a universal communication. It's like two humans meeting from different continents. They're eventually going to learn either each other's language or how to communicate
even at its most bare bones
way.
level.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I think that's kind of the benefit of the human race is that we figured out how to evolve things like that.
And then,
so if we had a mute person and a deaf person together, they could figure out a way to still communicate with each other.
Like, what if 2020 is like the trials and tribulation, where it's like, hey, you make it through this shit, we're giving you fucking aliens, and guess what? We're joining the trade route. Y'all are gonna go live on Mars. You want to take a vacation on Venus? Bet.
Also,
we're going.
Why the fuck do we all want to live on specifically Mars so much?
Because it's the closest to Earth.
Yeah, but like
in our solar system.
If we could figure out like interspatial travel, why don't we find a better fucking planet? Go to fucking Titan.
Yeah, we wouldn't.
You can't.
Why?
We can't make it far enough because that's what I'm saying. So like,
well, Mars is what, like 5 years away.
Mars is the closest in actual distance.
Yeah,
that is reasonable, but it's also the closest in gravity, the closest in actual
To what we
size
have
of
available to
Earth,
us.
and it's closest to a year, closest to it's closest to all this stuff with Earth that it like makes the most sense. Like you're not gonna go to Pluto, you'll freeze to death. You
Right.
know what I mean?
But there's like moons of Jupiter that are very similar to our planet as well.
And that's another
like,
one that they've looked at, like Titan. They've
Titan,
looked
yeah.
at definitely.
But the thing is, like, so Mars, for instance, right? That's going to take hundreds of years to terraform that planet to be.
But they don't want to terraform. That's what I'm telling you. They don't want to terraform.
Well, they want to do
it
the bubble pod thing,
Yeah,
right?
you'd-
Yeah,
you'd
but
be dome cities.
with that though, how reliable is that going to be over like a long time?
If it's
span?
either you or death, super reliable.
yeah, but that's fair. But like even then, like even just growing crops and shit, the soil's chlorinated, so you can't really grow anything
Well,
until
yeah,
you fix the
bring
soil.
soil.
You're bringing soil, or you're literally bringing this. You're coming up with ways to dechlorinate soil.
Yeah,
there,
but then
you know what
like,
I'm saying? Or condition the soil, I should
Yeah.
say.
but even that, like conditioning the
Would
soil
take
is
a
going to
super
take
long time,
decades.
yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So it's
but
just-
you got to make the first jump.
yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the closest one to make the jump to. I think it's the path of least resistance
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
that's
them.
fair.
I think that's what it is because there's so many less factors there as
Yeah.
opposed to say a Jupiter or Venus that they would have to deal with.
I wonder how they're going to structure government when the first clan gets there, because
That's what I'm
my
saying.
corner.
That's what I'm saying. It's like who
Who
that's
owns
a-
Mars?
Whoever
that's a
lives on
different-
Mars.
Like if China hits Mars first, did China go, we fucking own this now.
No, whoever's on the planet,
They
owns
own
that
it, right?
planet.
Like that's not
Fuck-
a government
fuck Earth,
entity
dude.
yet. But I think there's also isn't there? I'm pretty sure there is a treaty.
that if anybody gets there,
If
then
you get there, like you can't own another planet. That's the treaty. I'm pretty
Right.
sure. But also,
I never
if
signed this
you're
treaty.
on Mars
Yeah.
and you're that guy and you're a colony and you've like fully created it,
yeah.
Suck
come
my dick.
fucking get me.
Yeah.
Come
take
get
it
me.
away.
What are you gonna
Yeah.
do? Because if I don't let you in the bubble,
smuggled in knives.
if I don't let you in the bubble, you're fucking dead. So
Yep.
let's try this, bitch.
Yeah.
Let's go. I'm ready for it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Like,
that's fair.
you've created a treaty that nobody can own celestial bodies, but
When you're up there,
Well, let's say that there is a treaty that everybody seems to follow. What government system are they going to use? Is it going to be like
I'd say it'd be more of a corporate thing.
oh
Is it
yeah,
gonna be-
like is it a socialist
socialist?
government?
Is it a communist? Is it a fucking
yeah? I
democratic
never even
system?
thought about that
Well,
because
honestly-
you have so many different. Because a lot of times it's joint ventures. You know,
Yeah.
like we're working with Russia and China. Well, sort of. Now that we're privatized, we're not as much. But like
Yeah.
you're working with them to make the leaps to get there.
Right.
So.
yeah.
Yeah, if you have three different people from three different economic
'Cause
but that's why we
There's,
send scientists.
there's not a capitalist system.
But
up
that's
there
why we
'cause
send
there's no
scientists because
capitalism.
scientists are going to get it done the right way. They're thinking about it from an analytical standpoint, not from an economic standpoint.
So
for
what do you
the
think that
most
would
part.
lead to then?
A new government. It would have
Yeah.
to. It would have to lead to a different style.
Yeah.
Because I mean, what do you do if you get enough people there, right? Because back here, even if they're there colonizing Mars, right?
Right.
They're still operating on a whether they're a fucking capitalist from a capitalist society or a
Right.
communist, they're operating on that. It's not until we get civilization
Yeah.
as a whole
Yeah.
and start creating markets on Mars. You know what I mean? Once we create
People are producing
where people
goods,
can
people
move
are
there
farming,
and can
you know.
and can buy things and stuff
Yeah.
like that, that's when you have to say, okay,
I think
what are we?
honestly, it would probably roll back to a bartering initially, just on core survival. If it becomes self-sustaining, to where they have an agricultural center, they have a way to create that ecosystem.
I think it's got to be something
in
new.
those domes.
I don't think you can start at a barter there. I think it's got to be something new.
Well, there'd be a standard. There'd be an
Yeah.
absolute standard. Like, okay, everybody gets food, everybody gets water, because they wouldn't allow one person to be like, no, this is my water.
Right.
Like, this is I make this food.
but then, like, how do
I
you
decide who
how do
gets to
you
do this.
privatize anything there? You can't
You can't
privatize
privatize
it.
anything.
It's
No.
all got to be public sector there because
Yeah.
it's all owned by everyone.
Because
Which means that
it's not about
Because you're
economics
working-
anymore.
yeah.
It's about survival. It has nothing to do with the fucking planet down there. It's everybody that's living in the dome
Yeah.
sustaining themselves.
It's almost like you're starting back at like the hunter-gatherer
Yeah.
type ecosystem.
Yeah.
Yeah, because like
Well, but
there's
that's
no hunting,
easy for
but
us
it's
to
like,
say though because
Right.
we haven't. You don't know something until it's been created.
Yeah, and
So it's like we
assuming that
want to
everybody's
say
gonna
that
be-
it starts
yeah.
on a barter system, but there's things out there that have never been created that we've never thought of
Most
that could
definitely.
become created and go, oh well, we just bypassed your barter
just gonna use
system.
Bitcoin.
This is
Yeah.
our new
yeah.
cryptocurrency.
actually
is a
fucking
big
crypto
one.
would
Crypto's
that would actually
huge.
make fucking perfect sense.
Crypto's
to use
a
crypto.
huge
They're
thing.
called bits. I've heard that used before.
It's just very.
just use like a credit system.
Yeah.
You know,
crits.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see when that comes into play. Like, is it corporately owned? You know, because you're gonna have different bubbles owned by different. You're gonna have your your SpaceX.
So this is
Corp.
like Outer
You're gonna
Worlds.
have your, you know.
I had an interesting thought the other day that actually just about the same subject, but it was a little bit different. So when it comes to building these bubbles on Mars, right? Even that's going to take a couple years, and it's going to take like a lot of workers and over there. Do you think it's smart to get people that are maybe like in prison for life or are on death row, give them the option to be like, listen, you can either serve a life sentence here on Earth,
go help us on Mars,
or you can survive and go help us out with building this colony on Mars. And like,
that's labor.
but you're the construction team for building that colony.
right? But what about when they're done? On to the next.
Yeah.
Okay.
On to the fucking
Open
next.
the hatch.
But it gives them a chance at survival, though, which some of them might be open to that.
True.
Right, but then if you're perpetuating that as the source of labor for, sorry, I'm fucking with the Velcro.
I was
If
like,
you're
what
if
is
you're
that
using
noise?
that, if you're using that to primarily fill your labor, right? You're using prisons, you're using, correctional facilities.
Right.
Like, you're in a sense creating an overabundance of criminals
On a planet.
on a planet.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna take.
No,
over.
now we have
this
Space
this is
Australia.
literally-
Yeah.
This is literally like
Exactly.
it's escape from
Fuck.
LA, but escape from Mars. Now they have control.
dope movie.
It would be dope. Bring Kurt Russell back. Bring him back. But that's one of those
Shit.
things like that's people are the unknown variable. We
Yeah.
can
Yeah,
set standards, we
that's
can
true.
do everything else that's supposed to be by protocol to make things work in a brand new system that we've never
Right.
used before. It could be to the T perfect, but the human variables is what's going to fuck with it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I
Better
also
yet,
think,
let's make robots to do everything.
That's why I
Fuck it.
also think, like,
make it ready. We'll go up there eventually.
I don't think
you gotta
that
pass a test.
I don't think that the government. So like, it's so weird to me that, especially like our government, right? And
Yeah.
the way like George Washington era.
I don't
and
trust
past.
those fuckos
Well, here's
to
the
do
thing. Like, a
anything.
lot of times, we wanted
Fuckos.
people
Gonna make
who
good
served in
ideas.
the military, right?
Right.
That was like a big thing for a lot of previous presidents. And now it's gone to, okay, now you have to have like studied law,
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? That's when you become a senator.
X amount of time.
I
and
don't
then-
understand that. Like, why are we not bringing in scientists?
Yeah.
Like,
The
why
fuck?
are scientists not becoming the ones that are running the countries? Because they look at it from such a non-biased aspect. Like,
Yeah.
the only time you're ever okay, maybe yeah, you have to grant money, right? You have
Yeah.
to. So maybe you're perpetuating a certain thing because of the grant money that you need, but like, they are looking at it from such a different sense as compared to an economically driven person. They're looking at it from this is what's best for us
Yeah.
in the long term, and then like peer reviewing and shit like that. Like, if we just had a Congress full of scientists.
The progress.
Wow, it'd
Hey,
be
tell you
nuts.
what, that should be. We should start a political party and just make that happen.
That's our political party. We're just a science. We'll just be the the party of
Scientologists.
Scientology. It'd be the futurists party.
Futurists. I can see it.
Futurist party.
I'm down for
I'd
it.
love that actually.
You know-
Fuck,
You know what's super
that'd
funny?
be great.
Is for some reason I just drew through this conversation. I drew a parallel to like Idiocracy,
Yep.
and
That movie is
fucks
so
me up.
That movie is so
It's
becoming
scary.
on point. It's scary.
it's so scary. Like pretty soon, agricultural centers are going to be
Gonna
like,
be-
"Hey, let's put fucking
Gatorade.
Gatorade."
because it's what plants
what the
crave.
plants
That's what
crave.
plants crave.
Electrolytes. It's what plants
Electrolytes.
crave. Water? You mean like in the toilets?
Yeah. Yes.
That movie is becoming so legitimized. It's so bad.
It's gross.
and
I
it's
never thought
not
it would get
because
that
of any
bad.
one party. It's because
sorry.
of two parties.
Because
It's both.
everybody that's involved.
Cool. So we need to start making friends with a bunch of scientists, and we're like, we're going to convince them,
for
hey,
it.
we're creating a new political party.
Yeah.
Join us.
We'll make JoJo the face.
JoJo.
2024. Let's do this.
Huh?
We'll make JoJo the face. The independent candidate.
Oh, Joe Jorgensen. Yeah. Hell yeah. She's dope as fuck,
Make her
dude.
The face,
Can
dude.
we bring in Vermin Supreme?
But
Fucking
But she's already like the Libertarian Party.
Yeah, but
Also, how do you form a party? Like, what's the legal way to form a political party? How do you do that? Because
I declare bankruptcy.
because like if you notice, like the Tea Party just popped up,
Yeah.
the fucking Green Party just popped up, Libertarian just popped up, and it's like, where are you coming from? How are you creating a party?
I mean, you can.
You could claim that anything's a party. I mean,
Well, there's got to be a legal way to
but
do
you
it,
can,
right?
You can vote for fucking anything.
Well, yeah,
so
you
it's
can
like
vote
that,
for Mickey
that
Mouse on the
openness.
presidential candidate, yeah, but
Don't give Disney any more power.
no, yeah, fuck.
you're right.
We own everything.
They fucking
And
own
then
everything.
China owns Disney, so China owns everything. It's just weird.
Did you guys hear the controversy about the stuff that they're releasing on Disney Plus?
No.
All right, so they just released this film that Beyonce made.
Oh Jesus, we talked about aliens for a long time.
fuck yeah, we did.
Wow.
Should we
Nice.
say this for the live?
Yeah, let's save it
Let's
for
save it
live.
for
We'll
live.
save
We got
Disney
this.
for the live. Sorry guys, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just didn't realize we were going for an hour and a half already.
Fuck you,
Or an
Walker.
hour 5. Yeah, we'll just end this one here.
Yeah.
We good with that? We'll go on to the live. Cool.
Sounds good.
Thank you guys for joining us. Be sure to check out the live episode that we do on YouTube right after this.
Do it.
Don't forget to like and subscribe on the YouTube channels. Press that subscribe button. Hit it. Don't quit it. Hit it. Pass to your friends. Hide your kids. Hide your wives because we out here making great content.
Yes.
Check out our merch channel, teespring.com. You can get mugs with our mugs on it. We all three have a mug right now.
We do.
We rocking them. Don't forget to check out or to support the show at patreon.com/WWLTW
Please.
podcast. Thank you for all the people that are currently patrons. We love you
Yes.
all. We are going to be bringing some new stuff your guys' way. We're just working out ideas of what to do and how to do it, but we will be bringing more stuff your guys' way. Don't forget to check out astrodesigncompany.com. Astro Design for all your web development needs, all your digital marketing.
yeah, we're
needs,
doing all
dog.
digital marketing now,
digital
too.
marketing, yeah.
So
This
we're-
man's growing.
We just built our team up to 6 people now, so we do 3D rendering, digital art, and a whole bunch of other
Hell
fun
yeah,
shit.
all fun
So-
shit. Let them know that we sent you. Hit up Walker. Let them know we sent you. Give you a nice little discount on your shit. Hit up Thirsty Homeless on YouTube's. Thirsty Thirst and the Funky Bunch. Hit up Johnny Wishbone on the YouTubes. And oh yeah, this episode's brought to you by JD Creations.
It is.
If you need a studio built out, you want to record your own podcast but don't know where to start, you want to do some YouTube stuff but you don't know where to start, hit me up. Let's get you started. I'll help you edit it. I'll help you produce it. We can do this. You got it. You got a voice. Let's do this shit.
Do it.
All right, folks. Thank you again for joining us, and we will see you next week.